Ms. Lisa Corbyn reads 2011 International Year of Forests, World Forest Day protest in Grafton. Dear Ms. Corbyn, North Coast Environment Council, together with the North East Forest Alliance, today held a protest outside the Department of Environment, Climate Change and Water offices at Grafton. As you would understand, Monday, March the 21st is World Forest Day, and the environmentalists here have asked us to deliver the following demands to you. While demands might seem impertinent to you, it is an indication of the frustration felt at the lack of progress in the resolution of problems with forestry regulation on both public and private land.
Yeah, get your act together, National Parks and DECCW!
Our representatives have followed the normal processes and channels with yourself and your various officers, and we have had enough of spin and prevarication. Despite repeated complaints from the NCEC and NEFA, DECCW continue to oversee the destruction of old-growth rainforest and koala habitat on private land, and we will no longer stand by and meekly watch this happen.
Shame.
The International Year of Forest 2011, DECCW has failed to enforce forestry licence conditions in state forest. This has resulted in the illegal logging of old-growth rainforest, EECs, stream banks and critical habitat for endangered species. Your department is charged with the care of wildlife and the protection of threatened species, though instead of fulfilling your responsibilities, you are overseeing the destruction of irreplaceable environments, that is, old-growth EECs and the extinction of our most vulnerable species. On private native forestry, the demands are that DECCW trigger an immediate investigation by the New South Wales Auditor General into the maladministration of logging approvals over the last 3 years by the PNF Unit of DECCW. Remove biocertification for private native forestry as the code of practice has failed to protect the high conservation values of forests, including most threatened species habitat. Return to the requirements of the 7-part test before granting PVPs for logging. Require independent pre-logging surveys to determine site-specific requirements for threatened species. Cease all logging in core koala habitat.
Yes.
Revoke all old-growth reassessments which have recently released over 8,000 hectares from protection through incorrect declassification.
Yes.
Make all PNF property vegetation plans available to the public on a website. What an idea. Ban all logging in endangered ecological communities.
Yes.
How radical is that? In order to better protect threatened species and water quality during logging on public lands, DECCW must clarify, improve and monitor licence conditions, audit at least 10% of plans and operations, ensure that foresters tasked with undertaking pre-logging assessments are adequately trained and mark all required trees and exclusion zones before logging starts, not after we find it. Ensure that Bill Miner associated dieback areas are identified and rehabilitated. Ensure that all stream banks are duly and adequately identified and protected. Fine Forests New South Wales for each breach, rather than counting multiple breaches of a licence condition as a single breach.
And the clowns who make the decisions.
Require the protection of equivalent compensatory habitat and trees for each area and tree illegally logged. Require the rehabilitation of all areas illegally logged and make all relevant documents publicly available on the internet. If there is no real attempt to stop the illegal and damaging activities condoned and perpetuated by your officers, our demands will be brought to the attention of Ms Catherine Cusack, Coalition Shadow Minister for Climate Change and Environmental Sustainability, as she will likely be responsible for this section of government after the state election next weekend. And it's signed by myself as Secretary of NCEC and by Dylan Pugh for NEFA. Are there any... Now, we really don't want to go back to Clarence Environment Centre and retype it. Is there any dramatic change that you wish? All right, all those in favour say aye. Aye. Okay, a couple of you, Jim and Darwin and John, might like to accompany me to the officers upstairs.
Shame!
Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame!
I'm James, North Coast Environment Council.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Jim,
Jim, how you going?
We've come to ask you to deliver a letter to Lisa Corbin.
I'll just grab you my manager, so just give me
sure.
1 moment.
How are you?
Jim Morrison.
G'day, Jim. G'day.
Greg Witt.
G'day.
And we're a bunch of troublemaking greenies who are
The meeting
unhappy.
down below would like to ask you to present this letter,
Yes.
forwarded on to Lisa Corbin,
Yes.
regarding our concerns with PNF units operations in private native forestry and state forest breaches. And we've called for an investigation.
All right.
It's
So
signed by,
you want me to pass it on to the Director General?
please,
Okay.
and it's signed by myself as Secretary of North Coast Environment Council and Dylan from NEFA.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them.
Well, I don't have any questions at this point, obviously, so
Yeah.
the letter's for the Director General, so I'll leave her to deal with that.
Thanks very much.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. No
Were you able
problem.
to get a guarantee that you've passed that on to her?
Well, I've got no reason not to pass it on, so...
Are you sure?
This afternoon's
I guess
mail.
when you get some response from the Director General, you know that I pass it on. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
It's the best I can do.
Fair enough.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still not happy, Mavis.
What's that?
Not happy. I mean, it's a bit pat, isn't it? After you, Koala. I mean, it's all about you.
Grab the frog.